Hey guys, welcome back to my page, Fearfully and Wonderfully Made. I am Mia, and today we are doing a vlog style video. So in honor of Valentine's Day, I thought I would do a little date night vlog. My church is hosting what we call Marriage Express. So we do this I think once a quarter, because the last one was in November, so that's like 3 months. But basically every 3 months, we have an event for married couples or engaged couples, and usually it's one of our pastors that'll do like a sermon, and the last one, or the one before in the summer, we had like a pizza night, which is really cool. And this one, there is actually going to be a comedian coming. So before we head over there, we are going to go to Chick-fil-A and grab some dinner. And then we will be at the church for our date night.
Couple starts off about the same way. Whether a couple now is divorced or happily married, in the early stages of relationship formation, they report high levels of relationship satisfaction. And all that really means is no one gets married to someone they don't like or enjoy being with. You have that attraction and chemistry early on. It's the connection that we talk about, making good decisions, because you're going to go down one of two paths. You're going to choose, as we talked about in the last session. And if you're choosing, and we just said the seasons and stages of life change us. In other words, when you're on the path of decision and your spouse changes, well, now you're living in discovery, curiosity, and fascination.
Hey guys, so I know this video is a little bit shorter, so I just wanted to hop on here and share some of the key insights from the message last night. As you saw in the previous clip, Ted Cunningham did come out to our church for Marriage Express. If you don't know who he is a pastor, he's a best-selling author, but he is also a comedian. So there was a lot of laughs last night, but most importantly, there were a lot of truths and a lot of takeaways. So that's kind of what I want to share with you guys now. And one of the first things that I took away from last night was that there are specific roles in our lives that can sometimes get a little bit confused. So for instance, Jesus is our source, our adversary is Satan, and our spouse is our companion. Now, often we will either look at our spouse as our source or as our adversary, and they are not either of them. Our only source in life is Jesus, and our adversary in this life is Satan. So during times of trouble, when we're looking to be filled up, or when we're feeling like it's our spouse that's attacking us, it's just really important to remember that our spouse is actually our companion. They're here to do life with us. They're here to help us fight against the adversary and encourage us and push us to get tapped into our source, which is Jesus. With that being said, another verse that we went over was Ecclesiastes 9:9, which essentially hits on the point that life is meaningless. The entire book of Ecclesiastes talks and shares about essentially the pointlessness and the toil of everyday life, but the most important thing in life is A, to love God, and B, to love others. So Ecclesiastes 9:9 hits on the fact that we should be enjoying our life with our spouses, regardless of what the situation is, what the circumstances. It's not based on a season or a stage that you're in. I feel like so many of us live life thinking like when we get into this next season, or when we get into this season, like when I'm done working, or when we have kids, or when the kids move out, we're always waiting for that next season to have joy and to have peace and enjoy life with each other. Whereas the way that we are called to live is to enjoy all the seasons, regardless of what's going on. We should be enjoying life with our spouses. And to that end, Ted's point was that marital satisfaction is not an outcome. It is a choice that we make on a day-to-day basis. We choose whether or not we are going to enjoy life. So it is our choice to be intentional about continuing to do the things that were so natural early on. When you first get together, touching, kissing, hugging, sex, words of affirmation, quality time, those things come naturally. But after years go by or months go by or whatever, we have to choose to intentionally continue to do the things that will result in the outcome of marital satisfaction. With that being said, I also loved one of his caveats, which was that we are very focused on blame. I mean, Adam and Eve started this issue. It's not my fault. He did it, she did it, the snake deceived me. It's straight from the fall that we behave this way. And one of the key points that I really enjoyed or that really stuck with me was that you can be 0% to blame. However, you are still 100% responsible for your feelings, for your recovery, for your healing, your anger, your bitterness. Those are in your backpack. And I kind of love that because it does coincide with what I am currently teaching here on my YouTube about boundaries. So if you haven't checked that out, I would highly recommend watching that series as I go through it, because often I feel like we do miss this. I feel like we do see someone wronged us and we feel like it is their responsibility to make things right or make us feel better. And ultimately, our feelings are our responsibility, not anyone else's. So probably the biggest takeaway, just to wrap all of this up, is that you can decide the little things in your relationship that are annoying you about each other. You can decide, are those going to be things that we allow to corrode and destroy a relationship? Can we find a way to bring laughter and joy and peace into our marriages so that we are not drifting apart and rather we are coming together and loving each other for exactly who we are and encouraging each other to grow in the Lord and to be tapped into our one true source? So with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more videos, and make sure your notifications are on so you know as soon as my next video is up and available. I do post at least 2 videos a week, but until then, be blessed, and I'll see you guys next time.